Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday live Ask Max session. Want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel, as well as the folks that are on the Zoom session. We started our first session of our October boot camp on Thursday night. The session was recorded. All right. And for those of you that are in boot camp, please, if you have any questions, please pop them in the chat window. On Sunday night, I am going to be introducing some new things that you can be doing on LinkedIn and Facebook that will literally turn on an avalanche of new business. I'm not going to talk about it today, but it's going to be life-changing, business-changing, and of course, the most important thing is it's going to enable you to finish out the year over November and December with outrageous results. Oops. So I invite you to join me on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Go to maxlineguard.com/social selling. One of my students, when we introduced this last year, sent me this. Before last week's webinar was over, I had 6 likes and 3 signups. This is truly amazing, Max. I'm so excited to be working with you. Carrie, his upline was right. Now, LinkedIn now has 990 million professional members. And millions of professionals are looking for new opportunities to make full-time or part-time income remotely from home and are rushing to join LinkedIn every month. So let me first look and see who's here. Anthony, we should really talk today. I went over and sent you a, let me come back over here. Yeah, I sent you a new image. I'm gonna mute you for a second.
Hey, good
Morning.
morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You're up early.
Always, early bird catches the worm, right?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Anyway, I had some notes about. Let me just bring up your profile, and I got them. Yeah. See what you can do is, you can swap this picture out, so
Uh-huh.
it's the same picture without background, so it looks a little bit more
Okay.
a little bit more professional. You could also do that, swap it out on Facebook, and that's going to create some outrageous results. But when we're done with this, I've got about an hour before my mastermind session. So if you have a couple of minutes, we can talk,
Yeah.
catch up.
Okay. Sounds
Okay,
good.
perfect. Glad you're here. Okay, Rico, I'm glad to see you here. You're here. And we have a number of, when I use the term older students, I'm not talking about age. Let me look in the chat. Let's see, Bill, okay, let me, let me log out of my account. Always get the wrong one. Let me unmute Bill.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. I'm looking for the password because I keep getting those changed, it seems like I
Well,
don't-
is this the right email?
that's correct. Yes.
Okay. So see if you can find the, man, I was just in it the other day. So you must have, so see,
Well,
if
I
you-
didn't think I changed a bit, but maybe I did.
okay. Well, if you can find it, let's go in and check out and see what, what's happened.
You want me to type it in?
Yeah, type it in the chat.
Oh, it's the chat. Okay.
Okay, let me look at some of the other questions while we're waiting. Tiffany, we can definitely look at your conversations during the mastermind session. If we have time, we'll look at some this morning as well. Okay, whoa. That's a new password. So let me. Yesterday I was I don't know if many of you have used Zelle to send money, but I have to tell you, it's fabulous. And yesterday I was okay, maybe what I have to do is I got to type it in. Anyway, I sent somebody directions on how to use Zelle. And then this morning I get an email that looked like it came from my bank. That they were deleting my account. And I needed to put in a new password. Excuse me. Anyway, what happened was I ignored, I clicked on it. And of course, it's asking me to give them, to log in again into my bank account. And so I stopped right there. And I shut everything down. And when my computer came back up, Bill, it doesn't like that one.
Ah,
Are you sure that? I mean, that's a pretty long password for you.
well, I know sometimes I've just gone back to the original one and I don't know why it does that. Just, I'll text or send it again.
Okay. Hey, Roger, you got a conversation? We can take a look at that too. That looks more like you.
Hopefully it works. Otherwise,
Yeah, that was it.
okay, good.
Okay, so give me a break. What are you?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, see if you can come up with another one, let me know, and we'll give it a try, because what you're dealing with, if the message that you're getting is what happens, you're not on premium, and they only let you do so many searches a month for free. And what they've started to do is they've actually started to reduce the number of searches that you can do on a monthly basis. And I've gotten reports that they're limiting it to 10. So when you get another, if you come up with another one, let me know. And we'll try to get into your account. And that's what and really, we should really jump back into the schedule on Wednesday.
Yep.
And get caught up.
Okay,
All righty. So let me
perfect.
Let me see. No questions there. Let me come back over here. Now, with all these people on LinkedIn that are looking for opportunities, you have what they're looking for. So it's just a matter of making the right connections. Now, every second, you got 4 new members are joining LinkedIn. 10 million are joining every month. And you're not going to be the first person that reaches out to people to make a connection. By Thanksgiving, LinkedIn will have 1 billion members. People that would be interested in your business are easier to find on LinkedIn than any place else. Now, we've been talking, for those of you that are in boot camp, about some interesting LinkedIn information. The demographics, the landscape on LinkedIn is changing. People between the ages of 25 to 34 are now up to 59%. The landscape's changing. The tools that you're going to be able to use to communicate with people are changing. 58.4 million companies are registered. And you can find people that are working for those companies that have lost their jobs. 129,000 schools are registered. You could actually jump into a university and pick out the kids or the students that are looking for ways to make extra income, side hustle. They're working in stores, they're working in restaurants. They can make a lot more money working with you. 39,000 different skills are listed. So we can not only search for people by their profession, now by their skill sets, by their location, and by their desire or urgency to find new ways to generate income. LinkedIn makes it easier to find the best people. And with so many people around the world currently being financially affected by what's happening, they're looking for ways to make full-time income. You've got the opportunity to provide a solution for that. The challenge you're going to have is that in many cases, you're not going to be the first person to reach out to them. Your success is going to depend on a number of factors. First, optimizing your profile so everybody can find it. Adjusting your settings so people can see the important details. Understanding their dynamic use, because there are numbers of different ways to communicate effectively with people on LinkedIn. Positioning yourself as an authority within your niche market. Creating effective lead generation methods that turn prospects to business builders, and influencing your audience with effective posting. And finally, efficiently qualifying your prospects. LinkedIn and Facebook have added many new features that are going to make it easier for you to build your business. You can talk to perfect prospects every day. Proactively reach out to people that you know in advance would be interested in what you're doing. It's called reverse attraction marketing. Now, every new customer that you make on LinkedIn and Facebook is like a seed planted in your garden of prospects. On LinkedIn, you're going to connect with people. On Facebook, it's adding a friend. Every new friend, every new connection is a seed planted in your garden of prospects. Now, your daily activity over time, including text posts, likes, comments, and direct messages, proactively nourish your relationships with everyone the same way that water and fertilizer sustain your garden. And over time, the seeds begin to grow. But as you learn more about each prospect, when you only talk about your business with the people that you know need or want what you're selling, you'll close more sales and dramatically reduce or eliminate rejection from the entire process. Not everybody that you meet or connect with is going to be a prospect for your business. You must exercise patience to learn more about someone before you talk about your business. The more you know about your prospect, the higher your closing ratios will be. So selecting perfect prospects to talk about your business is as simple as picking out a ripe tomato for salad, or for years we've been picking out a green, blue, or yellow M&M from a candy ball. Okay, so welcome to the new world. Let me I told you guys it was coming. Now, let me just say this. That every time LinkedIn makes a major change, this is a major change. You can expect them to go in and reset everybody's settings. And in some cases, they'll reset them to your default settings. You need to go in and check.
Hello.
Hello, Tiffany. I'll tell you something. Okay. So basically, let's first talk about what happened. So how did you get the message?
It's on my, so I'm trying to add my personal note to the person I want to send a connection request to.
Okay.
And at the top of that, it just says 10 personalized invitations remaining. And at the bottom, it now says 274 out of 200 characters.
Okay, so you did a searching for opportunity retail leader. Was that one?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was the one I just did. The gal that I'm on is at Fatima.
okay, so they gave you 3 here. If we go over here and look at people, they're trying to get you to upsell you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we looked at Fatima.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened when you go to send the connect?
Yep. And I clicked the add note and put in my note, and that's where the message was. Because I haven't sent it yet. It's still there.
Okay, so let me
See, at the top it says the 10 personalized. And then it used to say 0 out of 300 characters, and now it says 0 out of 200.
let me just take a picture of this. So what's happened? I mean, I told you last week it was going to happen
Mm-hmm.
because today. Today's what? The 8th,
The 7th.
the 7th. So 10 personalized invitations remain for this month. Now, normally it might be, cumulative, but if you've only got 10 more, you got to, they want you to wait out the month, before you can send another 10. Okay. So let's look. Open to work. Let's come down and look at our activity. Now, she made a comment on this. This was a week ago. Well, this was a week ago. Okay, so here's what you need to do. Do the 10th. Now you're gonna have to modify that letter, that opening message. We'll talk about it in the mastermind session. So
Mhm.
you'll have to modify it, but what this is gonna do, and again, the reason for this is that LinkedIn has to do something because of all of these folks that are just jumping on here and they're just out of control. And this is going to force, let me check one other thing. In your profile. So you've been verified, and even though you've been verified, they're still doing this to you. So do the 10, get them out of the way. And then what we have to decide is if you go over to your network, you've got 854 people. And we can go in and we can search our existing connections, but it looks like, like it or not, everybody's going to be forced to pay. Right. And which puts more emphasis on the need for all of you to be making money. Because if you're signing up 2 or 3 people a week in your business, even if you're signing up 1 person a week in your business, you could always pick up that number. But then LinkedIn, that $99 a month deal is an expense that it's a business expense. It's a legitimate write-off for your business, but obviously you got to be making money to be able to write it off. So give me some, who do we want to look at as far as a conversation?
Angela. Angela. Phillips, the third one. She asked what type of business, what internet business I have, so I didn't know what I should say to that.
Okay. So experience recruiting professional. I'm going to take this. Come back over here. Okay, so you reached out to her September the 28th. We look at her profile. Now, one of the things I want you all to notice, especially when you're dealing with recruiters, is in most cases, they don't work for companies very long. Gotta love that birthday strategy. So 6 months. Companies hire recruiters to recruit. And then after they've done their job, thank you very much. You got us the people. They don't need you anymore. Prior to 2020, I was in a dead-end job. COVID. Become full-time RVers. There you go. Well, now, what you got to love about this is the amount of communication, the things that she's telling you about herself. She likes you and she trusts you, which is the thing you're all looking for. Um, Okay, we're gonna have to look at this one during the mastermind session. But
Okay.
this is really okay. Now, this is what's gonna happen all the time. You tell someone you got an internet business, they're gonna want to know what it is. Okay. And when we talk about it, want to give them a short answer. And really, it comes down to, I'm working with, without giving the name, I'm working with an international company that manufactures 450 green non-toxic products for the home that with some more, and then without saying a lot about it, women with young children love it. And then the question we're going to ask is, what experience has she had with the network marketing business model. And we could probably throw in there, you know, when I'm talking, when I use the term, I'm referring to companies like Amway, Mary Kay, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to find out what that is? And I promise you she's had some. Okay, great prospect. And now what we're going to do is we're going to show her how all of the things that she told you about herself make her a phenomenal candidate to be successful in your business. I mean, that's ultimately what it boils down to. Phenomenal prospect. Let me,
Awesome. Thank you.
okay. Okay, so Teresa writes, I was booted out of LinkedIn due to the email address I was using. Okay, so they like Gmail. And so Michael writes, since LinkedIn has made these changes, the only way to really use it is to use Sales Navigator. Not necessarily. Sales Navigator, yes, is the best one. Okay, it's the best one. And if for nothing else, you want to use it, if for nothing else, you want to use it for the unlimited search. Now notice, every account we're getting into today, we're doing a quick security verification. Okay, so let's pop over here to the messages. So Roger, which one did you want me to look at?
Anyone you want. I'm finding that using Sales Navigator is great. I wanted to identify a way to create, to post something that has motion, like you shared with me the other day.
Mhm.
Otherwise, things seem to be progressing, and I'm pleased.
Okay, so okay, well, first of all, whenever you're communicating with people, you always want to end with a question. Okay,
Right.
so for example here, no question.
Right.
What happens with questions give people a reason to continue the conversation.
Okay.
Okay, so
On the one before I did. On this one I didn't.
okay, I think he was a student.
Yes. Making about 50K a month now.
Okay, so it looks, he's with Immunitech,
Yes.
who is in your company.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
He has vested interest in my progress.
okay, right, okay, so first of all, he's on your second level, you're not connected yet. You write to these people. All right, but you can write to that, which is another feature of LinkedIn. But you want to, we come back over here. It says you're not connected. So what you'll do, you bring up his profile. We don't want to follow him. We're going to hit the connect button. Now let's see what they're going to do. Okay, and since you've already talked to him, and notice you've got 300 characters, whereas Tiffany was reduced to 200.
Maybe she's had more activity. I'm just beginning, so.
So we'll send this.
Okay, thanks.
So you've been on here for a long time. And okay, now one of the things you need to do when you're copying something, put the date in here. You need to put the date in.
I knew that, but I wasn't aware that that was sent. Must have been an inadvertent send.
Mhm. Okay, so now bring up her profile. You go over here to contact, so you've been connected since, well, 4 days ago.
Right.
So right now, you're doing all the typing. And gotta stick to the scripts. So what's happening here is you send her a connection request, you're not using the scripts. She's looking at what you're reading. But so all of this here, it's too much. This is something, yeah, it's too much. So, you know, but you're just getting started. And first, you know, in the second session of boot camp, we're going to be talking about connecting, going over the scripts. So the first part, you know, getting your profile set up is clearly the most important part. So we're going to be doing, for those of you that are coaching students, we have a mastermind session at 1 o'clock. And we'll dive more into this. Let me.
Thanks for the comments.
You're welcome. So where's Enrico? Um, I'm not necessarily, I'm looking to find more people who are seeking to gain knowledge about network marketing training. As I feel these people are struggling to build an organization. It's not a good search. Not a good search. All right. So I can elaborate. In the mastermind session. So if you haven't registered for boot camp, and let me put these in the chat for everybody. I'm going to put the link in for the Sunday broadcast. If you haven't registered for boot camp. So the first link is to the Sunday night broadcast, how to create an avalanche. If you haven't registered for boot camp, the next one is maxsteinhardt.com/boot camp. We have an extra session in this boot camp, daily routine of top earners. We also have 2 boot camps for less than the price of one. Go to maxsteinhardt.com/2-FUR. Additionally, our 90-day boot camp challenge will get you in 3 boot camps, October, November, and December. And if you're one of the next 10 people to register, it'll also include participation in our mastermind sessions, which we do every Saturday. So we'll be back at 1 o'clock for our mastermind session. I'll be getting off to a great start. October, November, and December are going to be your best months. In fact, many of you will do more business in the next 3 months than you've done all year.